Once, a long, long time ago, there was a rock. And like most rocks of its era, it hurtled through space at amazing speeds, hitting other things also traveling at unimaginable velocities, creating craters and crevices and other large destructions. But this was the life of a rock from that time, and its life seemed rather uneventful. Then one day something happened, something wondrous, something amazing, something that is a mystery to this very day. Stuff started to surround the rock. Invisible stuff. Stuff that grew thicker and thicker and began to protect the rock from other invisible stuff. We now know this to be the atmosphere, but back then it was only a thick layer of colorless, odorless stuff. And other weird things started to happen. Odd things. Primordial things. Two hydrogen atoms started diddling with oxygen atoms, and one day there was water. And more water. And even more water. Water was everywhere. Until land started forming. Dirt. Crusty particles of minerals and a lot of carbon and other stuff. Probably the stuff collected from all its collisions as it sped through the black nothingness of space, until there seemed to be about 25% of the rock was land, and 75% was water. Gases started forming between the rock and the invisible layer of stuff. Various gases, including oxygen and nitrogen, and green things started growing, algae and ferns and plants, bigger and bigger plants, covering most of the land. And things began eating the plants, creature-type things, living things like reptiles and amphibians and even mammals. And they began to multiply. The land fed the plants, the water fed the plants fed the creatures died and fed the land. The cycle of life, kumbaya, began its endless march to stasis. Pretty soon, give or take 1,000,000 years or so, plants, animals, and creatures were fucking all over the place, living, dying in harmony, multiplying, being fruitful. But our story takes place in one small piece of land, a green field of grass covering the dirt of the rock underneath, below the sky overhead. And one day a giant blue and orange flying creature soared the thermal air pockets, heading to somewhere else than where it was. It had just eaten for its long flight and did what all birds do. It shat. It shat a white and green and brown goo-covered seed, which struck the ground with such a thud it buried itself within the dirt below the grass. And one day the seed sprouted, and it became a seedling, and it grew, and grew, and grew, and grew some more, until it became of age, sexual maturity, seed-making time. Spring is in the air, attract some bees, blossom bloomin' time. But unbeknownst to our plant, it was springtime for man also, who was attracted to pretty flowers. "Oh, a flower, and it looks so beautiful." The plant was resigned, happily so, to become food for another being on the rock, and the man tugged and pulled until he uprooted the plant. But the man was not going to eat the plant. He was not going to feed his body with the fruit of the rock. Why? The man was in love. He picked the flower, leaving the rest of the plant to die a useless death. And he went off to find his amore. She was standing Venus de Milo style in the field just beyond the hill, waiting for her special man. "Hello, my love," our man called out.
"Yea, it is you, my dearest, my man, my hero, and you have a surprise,"
she rejoiced. Now those of you that know parables and fairy tales will notice the blackness following the man. Of course it is a foreshadowing of what is to come, but for the moment pretend you are them. Pretend you too are in love and cannot see your disruption of the normal course of events. For you, my love.
Ah,
She half swooned.
Will you be my one and only, for always and forever?
oh yes,
She cried.
for as long as forever lasts. Ah,
Oh, ah.
ah, oh yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes.
Too late they saw the error of their ways and tried to escape. They jumped out of the blackness, but it grew below them, around them, encompassed them as they came back to the rock with a thud. They became a part of the blackness, and the blackness a part of them.
Oh, my love, what have we done?
I have caused my own demise. Oh, help me, please. Be my hero. Save me.
Was his only reply.
Oh, I die. I am dead.
The rock was once again covered in blackness, as it hurtled through space as rocks ordinarily do. There is not always a forever, but forever is a very, very, very long time.